Matt Vasgersian back with the minor league pregame show, counting you down to pt.8 Texas League Baseball with tonight's version of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Buckeye Franchise will be our subject. Coming into this month playing well and continuing to be a solid prospect for this organization.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. He's not one of those guys that's thought of as a future star at this point, but I know the organization is optimistic about his future as an everyday big leaguer. At least that's what they hope he'll become. His numbers are good over the last month, so if they are any indication of what he might produce in the majors, he looks to be the type of guy they'll want to keep around to see how he develops. I personally like the look of him, so I'm excited to see how he plays in this game.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you next on the show. Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight it's the first of four between the Springfield Cardinals and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, they got to love the production they're getting out of their leadoff hitter right now. He's coming off a month in which he hit over 400. He hasn't shown any signs of slowing down, so we'll see if he can continue to ride that momentum and keep up that pace as we turn the page on the calendar.
Number 32, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout-to-walk ratio, 3-1. We'll see if that holds true.
Ramon Torres comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Ramon Torres.
Hey, now get ahead right here. Yeah.
In there at the knees, score half. They're on a great run of late as they come in.
There's been a lot of packing and unpacking recently. That's the life of a dangerous weapon at any level. It wreaks havoc on opposing pitchers because there's so many ways to manufacture runs when speedsters get on base. So don't be surprised if you see him cause trouble out there in this one.
Vaughn Bergman comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off for ball one.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Outside, 2-1.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
2-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're two down. And with that, let's check out the Springfield defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Number 15 gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. We've played an inning, still 0-0. Brandon Downs will stand in.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Hey, we got no one here.
And he takes a called strike two.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
It's rare to see a double-A guy with a slider this good. I mean, that thing is legit.
Number 21.
That pitch alone, that might be enough to get him to the show one of these days.
Stepping in now, number 21. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. The average coming in at 266. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Bottom of the second here with no score. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, 1 down now, 1 down.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's taken him too long to get into his groove here. He's now struck out 3 of the first 5 guys he's faced, and I'd say that he's looking pretty strong early on.
Into the box, Hernandez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He comes in at 262 on the year. 2 home runs and 7 driven in.
Now, here we go.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 3-2 now.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Cam Gallagher will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one.
Nobody away.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Jack Lopez.
Go out there, huh?
Jack Lopez will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And, you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit. His average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Hey, plays it 2. Let's roll it, huh?
The 0-2 home. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
No run, no run. Tight hole.
Batting ninth. Right
So
fielder.
stepping in, number 10, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
No balls, 2
Do you
strikes.
even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder giving chase.
Ball.
He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And surprisingly, both runners able to advance 90 feet. Second and third now with only one away. So striding in, number 2, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Runners are at second and third with one down. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And even on 1 and 2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
1-2, here it comes. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Full count, 3-2. Vaughn Bergman will be next. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Towards second. Throw from shallow right will get him at first, but the run will come in to score.
Yeah, with the runner going on contact right there, this is going to be an RBI ground out as he's in to score and tie this game up.
Hey, 2 away, 2 away.
Standing in now, Vaughn Bergman, and she'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Here we go.
That's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
A man on third with 2 down. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run, the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete, all tied at 1-1. Number 15 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Designated hitter, number
Into
15.
the windup and the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Nobody down here.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Plays it first.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and just past his outstretched glove into left. A base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Brandon Downs.
Hey, no one down here.
Digging in to try it again, Brandon Downs. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Hey, knock it down.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes.
Number 21.
Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by him.
One away.
Into the box now, number 21. Shot toward right center. In there, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, he just made a mistake right there. This pitch up in the zone. He's got to get this ball down and try to get the double play ball. Instead, he leaves the pitch up, and that's going to wind up scoring that runner all the way from first base.
Stepping in now, Hernandez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this throw almost took off on him, but a fine play to leave his feet at first and then come down on the bag to record the second out.
Now batting, first baseman,
Cam Gallagher strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest, 1-1. 1-2 as he chases the slider.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit hard towards center. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
No runner. Home. Eat it.
the batter, number 1.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Jack Lopez steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Number 6 is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We played 4 full. Northwest Arkansas out in front, 3-1. Carlos Garcia comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Carlos.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Too high. And it's 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't allow that first walk. He's worked it back to full count now after being behind in the count 3-0.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he did a great job of battling back from being down 3-0 to start the inning. So things weren't looking all that good, but he didn't panic. He trusted his stuff, and he comes right back with 3 good pitches to get the strikeout.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. In now, Ramon Torres batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
The batter,
Vaughn Bergman will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
2 outs here.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Martinez over to his right, and that retires the side. So nothing happening this time around. 5 innings complete. The Naturals lead it 3-1. And boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door shut.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Naturals win this one 4-2. Good night, everybody.